Hey everyone, it's Mike with the Expert Suck Sports Betting Podcast, and I am back for Week 12 Monday Night Football, the game between the Carolina Panthers at the San Francisco 49ers. And I am doing a $5 single entry, the showdown, $70K payout structure. First place gets $7,500, down to 4,000th place gets $8. So let's go. Captain mode, $50,000 salary cap, $8,300 per player, and probably like 90% of the lineups. Just going to go right there with Christian McCaffrey, right in the captain spot. Just, you can see right there, if he gets 35, 17, 37, there's a 42 in there. Against this Carolina Panthers defense that's ranked 23rd against running backs, it's just you kind of have to just auto play McCaffrey in the captain spot. So that does leave us with $6,200 left for each player. So we're going to have to get a little bit creative. Just so everybody knows, San Francisco's favored by 7.5. The over-under total points on the game is 49.5. So if you figure that, it's going to be approximately about a 49ers 29-21 type of game. So I do want to create my lineup that way. I'm not going to go quarterbacks in this game. If Purdy's supposed to play, but you see his fantasy numbers are pretty average for a quarterback. Bryce Young can play good, but it's rare. He played good last week against Atlanta. Atlanta's defense is not anywhere close to San Francisco's defense. And so you just don't know. I'm going to leave the quarterbacks out and just go with more of the skill position players. Got to get Kittle in. So that leaves us 57 to play with. I'm not going to do either defense. I just feel like the defensive teams do not score very well. You can see 49ers 6, -3, 2, 2, 8, 0. Not great for fantasy scoring. Panthers are going to be very similar. 2, 5, 9, -2. That's not a formula for success. I am going to put, since I feel like there's going to be at least some field goals or extra points, I'm going to go ahead with the 49ers kicker, Matt Gay. And then that does give us a little tiny bump up. The one area where the 49ers are not great on defense is against opposing tight ends. So if you're looking for the Carolina Panthers tight ends, we start scrolling down. Typically not their focus of their offense, but if you look at Jatavian Sanders here, he does get he has the last 2 games, a decent amount of targets for his salary. So at that 2,800, it's a good variance play. The opponent rank is 25th against tight ends, so I think he's the best tight end or gets the most targets on Carolina's team. And it could be a formula where the pressure that Bryce Young is getting from the 49ers defensive line, he may be checking that down quite a bit to, a curl route or whatever to Sanders. So that bumps us up to 7,500, where we can get some other skill players in the game. It doesn't look like we can afford like Rico Dowdle, but he's dropped off a little bit from his big performances. Can't get a McMillan in. I mean, he has the ability to get 36 points, but it really hasn't done that. So I'm going to go on down. Now here's a volume guy for the 49ers. You can see his targets are 7, 7, 5, 9, 6, and they're almost always the same. So I'm going to go ahead with Juwan Jennings. And then somebody that is coming on strong at least the last week, is Xavier Legette. Now, I think he had been banged up a little bit and is now getting a little bit more attention. So if we draft him, that gives us this lineup. So 4 49ers, which is probably the right balance for this game. And then 2, and especially if Carolina gets behind, they're going to be throwing it more. 2 players that kind of go up against the weakness of the 49ers defense. So I actually like this lineup. There's enough variance with Jennings, Legette, and Sanders that if they pop off, then we could get high in the money line. So that's what I'm doing. Going to keep it. Play what you will. Play at your own risk, especially with my DFS lineups. Although we've been getting to the money line lately. So there we have it for Monday Night Football. Good luck, everyone, and I will talk to you later.